Hello again. This one will be maybe a little bit of a strange one because I don't have like one of those things that hold people's camera phones above a piano. So we're just gonna do the best we can, and I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible. I'm gonna get the sound of all of these intervals in your ear, but then I'm also gonna show you how to count them on the keyboard, which we didn't do in the previous videos. Okay, we learned in the last video that we have two types of seconds. So here they are. There we go. So you can see 1/2 step there. That would be the minor second. Here's what this sounds like when you play it together. Hopefully the piano sound is okay. That's a minor second. 1/2 step apart. So 1. See what I mean about counting the half steps? So you can't start here. That's not a half step. Half step, right? So one motion there. Okay, and then 2 half steps would be a major second. And I always hear when I hear that, do, re, mi, do, re, like from The Sound of Music, if you know that one. And then 3 half steps is 1, 2, 3, minor third. Sorry, let me see if I can keep this consistent. There we go. Minor third. Then 1, 2, 3, 4 half steps. That's a major third. And I always hear. But whatever song you hear is fine. Or you can look it up and see which ones might resonate with you more. And then, and keep in mind, you will not be graded on being able to hear these in this class. If you move on to Theory 1, then you will be. So you might as well start practicing these now and practice them well over the summer. And then you'll be way ahead when you come back in the fall. So anyway, that's a major third. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a perfect fourth. I always hear the wedding song. All right. And so then, if you remember from the video, we had the weird one, the Diabolus in Musica, or the devil in music, is 6 half steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can see why they call it the devil in music. That is what's called dissonant. Okay? So we have dissonant intervals versus consonant intervals. So these sound nice, so they're consonant. And then dissonance. Right, those crunchier sounding or spicy ones, sometimes people call them are dissonant. So that's the difference between dissonance and consonants. This tritone, if I just play it and you couldn't see me play it, or actually I just play it, we have to call it a tritone because it's not written down. If you remember from the first video, it depended on if I called this F sharp or G flat. If I called it F sharp, that was an augmented fourth. So here's a fourth. I'm going to make it one note bigger. Okay? And so that's augmented, to make bigger. Okay? So if I spell it F sharp, it's augmented. And then here's the perfect fifth. Right? And a lot of people get Star Wars here. So. Right? So that's a perfect fifth. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 half steps. But if I shrink it and we call it G flat, our tritone then becomes a diminished fifth. So we've taken a fifth and we've shrank it. I hope the inharmonic nature of the spelling of the tritone is making sense. My arm's getting tired holding this. Sorry if I'm making you seasick. All right? Okay, there we go. All right, so then let's finish this up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 half steps would be a minor sixth. It's kind of sad sounding. It's good to have some sort of association with these. What do these feel like? That's how you start to learn what they sound like. I always want to hear this. Do, la, so is how we would do in solfege. And then if we add one more, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 half steps. That's a major 6. That's what I hear. That little NBC thing. I don't know if people still hear that these days. All right. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 half steps is a minor 7th. And I always hear the opening of Star Trek, but I don't know if people hear that anymore. So you might have to find something else. Right? And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 half steps is a major 7th. And that's dissonant, isn't it? This one's dissonant too. Not as dissonant, but dissonant. Okay? And then finally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is an octave. And you can hear octaves, they sound like the same note, that one's just higher than the other. And then we can do. Right? Those are all the C's on my piano, and they would be an octave apart. This is an octave down, down another octave, or up an octave. Okay? So that's how you count the half steps on the keyboard. And then I just want to demonstrate the inversion thing. So if you haven't watched video 2, go back and watch that and then skip to this part of this video. Sorry, it's got to bounce back and forth. Music theory is tough that way. So we learned that that is a minor 2nd, so 1 half step. If I take this C and I bump it up an octave, and I invert this interval, so now the C is above this D flat, or C sharp. Now that is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 major 7th. So we went from a minor 2nd to a major 7th. And you can see they both have a similar sort of sound, it's just the distance between the notes is further. People tend to find this less dissonant and this more dissonant. Okay? Let me do it with one more and then we'll conclude this video. So 1, 2, 3, that's a minor 3rd, right? And then if I bump this C up to this octave one, and we count, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is the major 6. So we went from a minor 3rd, C to E flat, to a major 6th, E flat to C. And remember that, so 3rd to a 6th, that adds up to 9, and we get the opposite interval quality. So minor 3rd to major 6th. Isn't that cool? Okay. So I hope that helps everybody understand intervals. You're gonna need to understand intervals in order to understand these constructions, or this construction, or this one, or this one. Okay? We'll leave you on the suspension there. To understand chords, you need to understand intervals. So make sure you understand intervals this week so that next week is that much easier. All right, have a good week, and we'll see you next time.